This is Azimut S7. Now this is a particularly stylish boat. It's a sports cruiser style, but it has the Flybridge as well, so it's kind of a bit of a crossover from that respect. So you have the tender garage that you have on a sports boat, but I say you've got the upper deck as well. It's a very smart looking boat, but it's also particularly stylish on board, so it's well worth taking a look at. Now there is a tender garage here, so that actually hinges back this way and then extends out, so almost like a beach club sort of setup. And then if we head on here, you've got the sun pad up on top. These are quite neat because they lift up. Let me move those out of the way. Those come up as backrests like that if you want them to. And if we head on, I think what we'll do is the interior first. This has got the extending bimini that comes out the back of the overhang here. And this is where you start to see some of the stylish features. So if you look at this overhead, for example, that's really rather lovely. This is nice because these are genuine carbon fibre inserts here, just add a bit of texture to it. And then out here we have got the sink. You could put a barbecue there if you wanted to, of course. And the fridge underneath, and the stereo for this area. There's a seating area over here, and then you've got this that opens up nice and wide to link these areas, and then this is your main deck. And again, this is where you start to see that Italian styling. Look at this light fitting up here. That's very different. I love these dark areas that contrast with the light. It's a very, very stylish boat. Look at these bits of stainless steel trim on the side. It's very funky. You've got a bar area over on this side. As we move up here, there's the high-low TV, of course. And then in here, this is for your crockery, tucked away down there. And some nice contrast with the matte finish against the high gloss. That looks good. But it's all very practical because this is all storage as well. These tables are down as coffee tables at the minute, but they raise up and they infill, so you can have that as a dining area. And the galley on this one is up here. So of course you've got your cooking, mealer on this one, and then this is all for your storage areas, for your pots and pans and your crockery, I was going to say cutlery, that is. Let's get the right terminology. Dishwasher, and a bit more storage. And opposite this then is the lower helm. We've got these lovely lift bolster seats, and these actually drop down as footrests. So when you're sat there, you can sit nicely supported. And then the helm is here. It's all glass screens on here, and you've got your throttles and your IPS controller and so on. And again, that style keeps on coming. Look at the way they've curved this round here, and then this down here. That is very snazzy. I'll show you this just as we go past it. That's just a bit of storage built in. And we'll carry on right round. And head up to the bow. Now this is a 4-cabin layout, so you've got your VIP guest cabin up here. AV equipment and hanging locker in there. This is storage up here in places like this. And all the way around and over here as well. And of course this one has an ensuite, so that is tucked away in here. And if we back out of there, again, love these funky little details. Like, look at the lighting that goes up either side of the door. That's really smart. Let's come out of here. Day heads is on this side. And again, you've got the separate shower. And then you've got cabins either side. So these would share this day heads at night. There's a twin in here. Big hanging locker. With a bit of extra storage in it. And then behind us is cabin 4, and this has got crossover bunks in it. We'll come on back again. This is quite interesting because you've got this little fella here, which is a washing machine, and you've got this little fella here, which is a dryer. You don't often see that. You usually see a washer dryer. It's rare you see separate units on a boat of this size. And then we'll head on back again. That is just like a linen cupboard. There's also a little fridge in there as well for this deck. And then right back here is the master cabin. Again, it's really funky the way they put this around here for the TV on the back. I'm curious to notice it's also got a screen up there, and I have to say I'm not quite sure why. Maybe that displays art or something like that. There's this area here. And then you can actually come right in behind here. And this then is your little, it's basically like part of the heads compartment. So you've got your sink here, and then toilet in this one, and the shower is in behind here. But then, as I say, the sink and so forth, that is out here. It's intriguing, isn't it? Over here, big walk-in wardrobe. I do like features like where they've done the just above the head of the bed. That's all been really nicely done. Cool, let's press on a little bit further. These waves in the carpet. It's all very in keeping with the boating theme, isn't it? Okay, back up here. And we'll head on back. And we'll take a turn around the deck first of all. So that is round this way. There's a little side access door, so if you're against a key, you can get in and out that way. See the pin light starting to light up. It's just becoming sort of, the sun's just starting to go down, so it's quite nice to see it like this. It's quite atmospheric, isn't it? Let's go right up onto the bow. Massive windscreens across here. And then you've got this section. Also, when the boat's underway, this all folds down. You can see the mechanism for it here, so it drops down behind that, like so. And then sunbathing up on the front. We'll come right up around the bow. All your anchor handling kit is here. And then back down this side. And if we head on round now, this time what we'll do is we'll come back through the cockpit and we'll head up to the Flybridge. And what they've done with this is they've opted not to go for sun pads on here, which I think makes sense because you've got them at the back of the boat and over on the bow. So you've got this lovely seating area right at the back, so you've got a great view out over the water. And then you've got this area here. As I mentioned, this is really a sports cruiser with just this little extra area on top, so it's not like the normal 70-foot Flybridge boat. They do those as well, so there's a 50-foot Flybridge over there, for example. And in fact, I think that is their 60-foot Flybridge right over there. So this is the sports version, and that is the Flybridge, a much bigger Flybridge on that. The idea of this is you get your sports styling and your sports experience, but you still get this upper position to be able to drive the boat from. Okay, let's go back down. I think there is a crew cabin on here, and if I remember rightly, it's around here. That incidentally just lifts up. That is an IPS station for stern docking. And if we come down this side, okay, so if we head down here, this then is the little crew cabin. Now this, again, I mentioned this is not a Flybridge boat. If you're looking for regular crew, you go with a Flybridge boat. This is more for occasional use, but you do have a pretty decent bed here. This one will fold down to give you bunks if you want it. You can see how that comes down to there. Little seating area, sink over on this side. and then the loo is in there. And the shower. But as I say, this is not a normal crew operated boat. You would normally have this as owner operated. You might use this area just for if you're doing a long passage and you want to take somebody with you, take a skipper along, then this would be a sort of a one night option really. Excellent, let's come back out of here. So finally then we've got to look at the engines. They are down under this hatch here. Like so. And what you've got in here is a triple engine installation. Now these are all IPS 1050 engines, so they're 800 horsepower each, and they're giving this boat about 36 knots, so you've got a cruising range really anything up towards 30 knots, so it's got some pretty serious legs on it. I haven't managed to get the range figures on this one, but I'm going to make a guess. These sorts of boats are usually around 250 miles at high speeds and around there. This is the tender garage here, that's why that comes down like that. Then you've got generation here as well, so that's down underneath here, and all your electronics and all that kind of stuff in here as well. Cool, okay, let's come back out of here. Drop that one back down. So I think we're going to finish off with a Cannes sunset. Look at this. Wow. Let's come right on up to the bow and take this in. It's absolutely beautiful down here at evening time. 7:10, sun's just setting at the Cannes Boat Show. And it is setting for me at the Cannes Boat Show too. This is the last one I'm filming down here, so I hope you've enjoyed that one. I hope you've enjoyed all the Cannes boats I've been bringing you. It's been really great to get back here and see these again, and hopefully we'll get some more boat shows going on now, some more great new boats to bring to you. So if you haven't subscribed, hit that button and we'll catch you on another one of these very soon. Take care, bye-bye.